is also a balancing of redox equations. You're going to notice we do have the charges here. You can't do any cutesy stuff as far as this and multiply to try to get these equal, because it's just not going to work. I multiply this one by 2, then I have to multiply this one by 2, then I have to change things. You're never going to get this guy to balance. But we can do the half reactions with this. So we're going to go half reaction. The really nice part about this is we already have the charges, so you don't really have to worry about much of anything. So my half reactions, let's just go ahead and go with my FEs. My FEs are going to go with a positive 2, go into a FE with a positive 6. And then we're going to do my chromiums, which are a CR with a plus 6, going to CR with a positive 3. Again, we go through process of figuring out which one is reduced. Well, my charge reduced from here to here, so this one's reduced. This is my oxidizing agent. It gains electrons because it's reduced. Now on this one lost electrons, so it's going to be oxidized. We call this Leo. You're going to notice that things run in opposites, top, bottom. So, oxidized, reduced, reducing agent, oxidizing agent, lost electrons, gaining electrons. So they run in opposites. Now this one lost electrons, so now I got to make these two equal. My difference between 2 and 6 is a positive 4 electrons, or negatives, 4 negatives. So I got a positive 2. That would be equal to that positive 2. Now my difference between this and this is a positive 3 electrons, or negatives. So now it's going to be a positive 3, a positive 3, because I have 3 negatives and 6 positives, that's going to equal this. I'm going to make the electrons equal. Now, if you remember in math, we can do something called commutative property, and we can make these two equal because 4 times 3 is the same as 3 times 4. So I'm going to multiply all of this times 3, and then I'm going to multiply all these times 4. Now, since I have my electrons equal and I don't have any subscripts around here, I'm just going to rewrite this thing. We have no spectators, which is okay. So if you're going to notice, it would have been a real mess trying to figure out how to balance this thing just by popping numbers in the front. But on this one here, it's actually all balanced. 3 FEs, 3 FEs, 4 CRs, 4 CRs. I've got 6 positive charges here plus 24 positive charges here. And that's going to equal 18 positives here plus 12 positives here. And if you equal both sides, you got 30 positives on both sides. So again, you got to go through process. It's going to get to the point where you're going to not be able to just manipulate numbers in order to get these things to balance out on both sides. Now let's go ahead and work on another one. If you are working these out, you are probably going to have to use it on a separate sheet of paper. And since you're an advanced student, what I would recommend is maybe writing this down at the beginning and pausing it. Hate it when the cap pops off. And then trying to match it up, and then seeing where you made your mistakes, and then just keep trying it out. So let's go ahead and do another one of the same type of thing. Let's go with the TI with a +4. I got to make sure these things work out. Just remember that if I show it with a charge here, I'm just doing it as an example. It is not set in stone that these are actually the correct charges. And these are examples. So I'm going to go with an SN with a +2 going to SN with a +4. Again, it's really nice that everything's all written out. I'm going to do my half reaction here. Again, comparing charges from left to right. So I've got TI with a +4, TI with a positive. And comparing this to this, I've got SN with a +2, SN with a +4. Now, which one got less on charge? It would be this one. So it reduced. It's an oxidizing agent. It's the GER, gains electrons reduced. And this one is oxidized, or went through the process of oxidation. This one went through the process of reduction. And this one loses electrons. Now, if it lost it, it's this one here. And then this one gains electrons, goes in the beginning. Again, we do the same thing time after time after time, and we deal with opposites. You're going to notice that my electrons are not equal from here to here. So in order to make this equal to this, I multiply by 2 to make it 6. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2. And this one I have to make it equal to 6. So I'm going to multiply by 3, multiply by 3, multiply by 3. My electrons are not now equal. I'm going to rewrite the whole equation. So again, if you check both sides, I've got 2 TIs both left and right, 3 SNs left and right. I've got 8 positives here, plus 6 positives here. I got 2 positives here, plus 12 positives here. 14 pluses on the left, 14 pluses on the right. They are actually balanced. So this is my balanced redox equation. You'll notice I started out with all ones here. It's a little bit difficult to balance if you're just going to sit there and kind of experiment. So I've got a balanced redox equation, which is going to be 2, 3, 2, 3. Again, step by step, that's the best way to go. Again, if you're going to have to practice, just go ahead and just write the thing at the top, and then go through process, and you actually have the correct answer. You now have like 7 or 8 in the 3 different videos. Takes you through the whole process. If you practice, you will kind of get it down. But this is again something where you're going to have to actually practice.